Hi, guys! If you love cooking as much as I do, please subscribe and like. My dream is 1,000 subscribers.
Is how to make mini Biscoff cakes for two. Mix together Biscoff spread, milk, flour and baking powder until smooth. Then split it into 2 ramekins and bake in the oven. Once cool, drizzle over melted Biscoff spread and sprinkle over some Biscoff crumbs if you wish. And that's it. Enjoy! How to make the most delicious chocolate marshmallow turnovers. Cut your puff pastry into 6, then score them diagonally. Spread Nutella over 1/2, then add mini marshmallows, fold them in half, then seal the edges and prick the tops. Brush with egg wash, then bake until golden and puffy. Let's make the viral date bar. Now, I know I'm late to the party here, but I couldn't resist trying this one. Just press your dates down onto baking paper, then drizzle with peanut butter and smooth it out. Top with melted chocolate and smooth this out, then add a good sprinkle of flaky salt. Trust me. Here's how to make Mars Bar Crispy Easter Nest with just 4 ingredients. Just melt Mars bars and butter in a saucepan on a low heat. Keep stirring, I promise it will come together. Then fold in the Rice Krispies until they're fully coated. Scoop them into cupcake cases and push down the middle. Then place mini eggs or your favourite Easter chocolate in the nest and refrigerate until set. And that's it. Enjoy! Let's make no-bake Oreo cookie dough. Let's make cheese and ham pastry gingerbread men with no gingerbread involved. Grab a sheet of puff pastry or make your own, it's totally up to you. Cut out your shapes and place mozzarella cheese and pieces of ham in the middle. Brush the edges with egg wash, then place another pastry man on top. Seal the edges and prick the tops. Brush with egg wash, then bake in the oven. How to make a super delicious salted caramel frappe. Add ice cubes and coffee to a blender, then add 1 bottle of shaken udder salted caramel milkshake to make it really thick and creamy. Blend on high for 20 seconds, then drizzle salted caramel sauce around the glass and pour in your frappe. Top with whipped cream, salted caramel sauce and fudge chunks if you wish, and that's it. It tastes so good. Enjoy! Here's how to make a super soft triple chocolate cookie in the microwave. Mix together melted butter and both sugars until combined. Then add 1 egg yolk and vanilla and mix these in. Fold in the heat-treated flour and cocoa powder until just combines, then fold in the chocolate chips. Top with more chocolate chips and microwave on a medium heat for about 1 minute. Let it sit for another minute and serve warm. Enjoy! These cinnamon toast pies taste so good and they're so easy to make. They're like a little cinnamon roll, but they literally take 5 minutes in the air fryer. Just mix together the butter, sugar and cinnamon, then spread it in the middle. Make your egg wash, then brush it over the top and fold it in half. Press down the edges and seal them gently with a fork, then bake in the air fryer until golden brown. For the glaze, mix together icing, sugar and milk, then drizzle it over the top or completely cover them. Let's make super easy cinnamon swirls with puff pastry. Mix together softened butter, brown sugar and cinnamon, then spread it over half a sheet of puff pastry. I use Ready Roll, but feel free to make your own. Fold it in half, then cut it into strips. Slice the strips in half, then twist them around each other. Roll the pastry up and tuck the end under, then place on a baking sheet and brush with egg wash. Sprinkle with sugar, then bake in the oven or the air fryer. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be making Nutella stuffed pancakes. Whisk together self-raising flour, caster sugar and baking powder until combined, then make a well in the middle. Add 3 eggs, melted butter and milk and whisk until smooth, then let it rest for 10 minutes. Dollop a tablespoon into the pan, then add a blob of Nutella and top with a little more batter. Flip once golden and cook on the other side, then drizzle with melted Nutella and icing sugar if you... Let's make a tear and share s'mores pastry snowflake. Roll out your pastry to make it longer, then cut out 2 equal circles. Spread Nutella over 1 piece, then add mini marshmallows and a sprinkle of crushed cookies. Place the other circle on top and seal the edges. Place a small circle in the middle and cut 12 equal segments as shown. In pairs, twist the branches towards each other, then press them together. Brush with egg wash and bake until golden brown. Dust with icing. These are the softest, butteriest, most delicious garlic breadsticks I've ever tasted, and they're so easy to make. Just mix together softened butter, chopped parsley, minced garlic and salt in a small a bowl. Then grab a loaf of brioche bread, cut off 2 slices, then slice it into battens. Any thick bread will work, but I really recommend using brioche. Spread the garlic butter over each side, then toast them on a low heat, turn them over until all the butter is melted. I literally never want to eat. I was going to call these croque monsieur dippers, but I thought people might come for me, so I'm going to call them cheese and ham toasty dippers instead. Croque monsieur sounds so much fancier though. Even if I am saying it totally wrong, I am trying. These dippers are so quick and easy to make, and they're super soft, filled with ham and melted cheese dipped in an eggy batter and toasted until golden. Literally perfection and totally acceptable to eat at any time of the day. Let's make these super cute Biscoff stuffed Halloween pastries. Cut pumpkin shapes out of your puff pastry, or you can just make them round. Then make a little face in half of them and remove the excess pastry to use again. Transfer onto a baking tray, then spread Biscoff spread over the whole ones, leaving a little gap around the edge, then place the faces on top. Seal the edges with a fork, then make your egg wash and brush it over the top. Bake in the oven until crisp and golden brown. Today we're going to be making a super easy Nutella souffle with just 2 ingredients. Start by separating the eggs. I use the bottle trick here, but you can use your hands or the eggshells. Whisk the whites to stiff peaks. This may take a while, so make sure you use an electric whisk. Then add the Nutella to the yolks and mix until combined. Fold in the egg whites a third at a time, stirring them in gently. Then pour the mix evenly into 2 ramekins. Bake in the oven. It should still be a little bit wobbly. Here's how to make Kinder Bueno cookies with just 5 ingredients. Mix together softened butter, sugar and flour for the dough, then roll it into a ball. Flour your surface and your rolling pin so it doesn't stick, then roll it out. Cut out your cookies, then remove the excess to roll out again. Place on a cookie sheet, bake in the oven and let them cool. Melt Kinder chocolate in the microwave, stirring until smooth. Then spread hazelnut cream spread over your cookies, followed by the melted Kinder chocolate. Feel free to top with. Let's make Biscoff ice cream sandwiches with just 5 ingredients. Crush up the Lotus biscuits using a food processor or a bag and rolling pin, then pour them into a bowl and mix with melted butter. Pour half the mix into a tin and press down firmly. Add double cream, condensed milk and Biscoff spread to a bowl and whisk until it's really thick and creamy. Then pour it onto your base and smooth it out. Sprinkle the remaining biscuit mix on top and press down gently, then freeze for at least 6 hours. Slice it up. Let's make mini Biscoff cookie pies. Mix together softened butter and both sugars to form a paste. Then add 1 egg yolk and vanilla and mix until combined. Add plain flour, bicarbonate of soda and salt and fold these in. Then fold in the chocolate chips. Now the dough looks a bit different here because I tried using a whole egg but decided it didn't work as well, so reverted back to my original recipe. So your dough should look like it does in the bowl. Add a blob of Biscoff to your cookie, then add more dough on top. You can bake this in the air fryer or the oven, both instructions. Let's make pizza stuffed pumpkins covered in garlic butter. Roll out your puff pastry, then cut out circles and remove the excess. Add pizza sauce, mozzarella, pepperoni or sliced up mini pepperoni sticks and oregano. Then pull the edges together and seal them well. Cut 4 pieces of string and double knot them loosely around the ball. Make your egg wash with egg and milk, dunk them in, then cut off the excess string. Bake in the oven until golden brown. Mix together melted butter, garlic and fresh parsley until combined. Then brush the pumpkins with the garlic butter. Let's make Nutella stuffed Halloween cookie sandwiches. First we're making a really simple shortbread. Just mix it together with your hands, then roll it into a ball. Flour your surface and your rolling pin so it doesn't stick, then roll out the dough. Cut out pumpkin shapes, or you can just make them round, then create a face in half of them. Transfer onto a cookie sheet and bake in the oven. Make sure you don't overbake. Once cool, brush them with melted butter, then mix together sugar and cinnamon and cover the cookie faces. Dollop Nutella on the whole ones and smooth it out, then place the cookie faces on. Let's make super easy mummy Oreo truffles with just 4 ingredients. Crush up the Oreos using a food processor or a bag and rolling pin, then pour them into a bowl and mix with cream cheese. Scoop up a tablespoon and roll it into a ball, then freeze for 1 hour. Melt white chocolate in the microwave, stirring frequently, then transfer 2 tablespoons into a piping bag. Coat the balls in the chocolate, dripping off any excess, then snip the piping bag and pipe over the remaining white chocolate as shown. Add 2 edible eyes and let them set in the fridge. Happy Halloween month! Let's make these super easy Nutella mummy pastries. Let's make a Malteser slice with just 5 ingredients, and there's no bacon involved. Crush up digestive biscuits using a food processor or a bag and rolling pin. Pour them into a bowl, then add melted butter and condensed milk and mix until everything's combined. Crush up a bag of Maltesers with a rolling pin, then add them to the mix and fold them in. Scoop it into a baking tin and press down firmly. Add milk chocolate and butter to a bowl and microwave in 1 minute bursts, stirring gently until smooth. Pour over the mix and smooth it out, then top with more crushed Maltesers and refrigerate for at least 3 hours. Slice it up and that's it. It's so chocolatey and crunchy and it tastes amazing. Enjoy! Let's make super fudgy mini egg brownies. These brownies are so thick and they're packed with mini eggs. One of the secrets to thick and fudgy brownies is whisking the eggs to soft peaks. Use dark chocolate for richness, and it also helps the brownies to set properly. I use Cadbury spread in these, but any chocolate spread or Nutella will work. Sift in the dry ingredients and fold them in. Then crush up your mini eggs. You can really use as many as you like here. I use the whole bag. Half goes in the batter and half goes on top. Bake in the oven. The mini eggs can burn slightly, so feel free to cover with foil for the last 5 minutes. You could also press them in afterwards if you prefer. Refrigerate over.
Let's make a Mars bar slice. Only 5 ingredients and no bacon involved. I forgot what I was saying.
The ultimate Kinder Bueno stuffed cookie pie. Cream together softened butter and light brown sugar, then add 1 egg and vanilla and mix until fully combined. Add plain flour and bicarbonate of soda and fold these in, then add a mixture of chocolate chips and fold these in. Take off 1/3 of the dough, then press the rest into a cake tin and make a lip around the edge. Fill the base with a layer of Nutella and smooth it out. Then place a layer of Kinder Bueno sticks over the top. Top with a layer of hazelnut cream spread and smooth this out gently, then place the remaining cookie dough on top and seal the edges. Sprinkle with more chocolate chips if you wish and bake in the oven for 25 minutes. Let it cool fully in the tin, and that's it. It's so delicious and perfect for sharing. Enjoy! Let's make Kinder and milk chocolate brownies for my sister. Now, my sister is a fussy eater. She doesn't like any nuts, not even Nutella or Kinder Bueno, so I wanted to make a brownie with all of her favourite things. I used milk chocolate in the batter instead of dark, whisked this in, then I added dairy milk spread instead of Nutella. I then sifted in the plain flour, cocoa powder and salt because salt is a must in brownies. My sister loves chocolate buttons, so I taste tested them to make sure they were okay, then folded them in. This is how I line my tins to get a really snug fit. Then I dolloped half the brownie batter and placed a layer of mini Kinder bars on top because she loves Kinder chocolate. I dolloped the remaining brownie batter on top, then baked it in the oven until the edges cracked and it no longer wobbled. My sister. Here's how to make super soft giant Oreo cookie sandwiches. Crush up the Oreos using a food processor or a bag and rolling pin, then pour them into a bowl. Add flour, corn flour, cocoa powder, bicarbonate of soda, baking powder and salt and whisk until combined, making sure there's no lumps. In another bowl, whisk together softened butter and both sugars until light and fluffy. Now, of course, I messed up my first recipe since being back, so remember to whisk in the egg before adding in the Oreo mix. Fold in the Oreo mix until combined, then scoop the dough into balls. I actually scooped up 60-gram balls, then realised this was way too big for cookie sandwiches, so made them smaller, but you do you. Bake in the oven and let them cool, then pipe on the ice. Here's how to make the fudgiest Halloween ghost brownies. Whisk together melted butter and both sugars, then whisk in the eggs until really light and fluffy. Melt the chocolate in the microwave and let it cool slightly, then pour it into the bowl and whisk until combined. Sift in the flour, cocoa powder and salt, then fold it into the mix. You guys always ask how I line my tin, so here it is in 2 seconds. Scoop in the brownie batter and smooth it out. Bake until the top cracks and it no longer wobbles, then let it cool. Microwave dark chocolate and double cream, stirring gently until smooth, then pour over the brownie and smooth it out. Make ghost shapes out of melted white chocolate, then draw on 2 eyes and a mouth with melted dark chocolate. Top with sprinkles, let it set in the fridge, then slice into 16 pieces. Let's make a salted caramel chocolate spiderweb tart for Halloween. Crush up your Oreos using a food processor or a bag and rolling pin, then pour them into a bowl and mix them with melted butter. Pour the mix into a pie dish and press down firmly, then make a lip around the edge. Melt thick salted caramel sauce until it's runny, then pour it onto the base and smooth it out. Refrigerate this for now. For the topping, melt dark chocolate and double cream in the microwave, stirring gently until smooth. Then make a white chocolate ganache for the web and transfer this into a piping bag. Pour on the dark chocolate ganache, then pipe a white chocolate spiral on top. Drag a skewer through the chocolate starting from the middle as shown, then refrigerate for at least 4 hours or until set. Slice. Let's make a Nutella stuffed cookie pie for Christmas. First, make the cookie dough. It's super quick and easy. You only need butter, light brown sugar, 1 egg, vanilla extract, flour and bicarbonate soda or baking soda. I also added chocolate chips and red and green M&Ms. Separate 1/3 of the dough for the lid, then press the rest into a tin and make a lip around the edge. I filled mine with Nutella, but any thick spread will work, like Biscoff. Top with the remaining cookie dough, seal the edges, then push them down slightly. Sprinkle chocolate chips and more M&Ms on top, then bake in the oven. For the icing, whisk together softened butter, icing sugar and vanilla, adding a little milk if needed. Add green food food colouring to get the colour you want, then pipe it around the edge however you wish and top with festive sprinkles. Slice it up and that's it. Let's make salted caramel cheesecake bars with just 5 ingredients. Finally crush up the biscuits using a food processor or a bag and rolling pin, then pour them into a bowl and mix with melted butter. Scoop it into a lined tin and press down firmly, then set aside. Whisk together cream cheese, icing sugar and thick salted caramel sauce until creamy. Then scoop it onto the base and smooth it out. Melt the salted caramel sauce in the microwave, then pour it over the top and smooth this out. Give it a shake for a super smooth finish, then decorate with fudge pieces and flaky sea salt if you wish. Refrigerate for at least 4 hours, then slice it into 16